Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Minnesota Vikings.
Ready? Blue lady. 54. Line 54.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. He'll have a first down past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Wait.
A 2nd down run with Lewis. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Green, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
On 3rd down, Winston. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Well, that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
Ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
In your face. Easy. Check right 54. Right, F-O. Tackle. Mike spot 4.
Now Lewis here on first down. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Follow. Check. Watch 54. Green, triple team. Come, baby. Woo! Check.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Ready. Blue ready. Right there. 54 Mike. Easy. Get up. Flip it. Go.
Now a second down throw for Winston. They will find Davis. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
A first down carry for Henry. Pushes over him.
Now, that's just not right.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Ready? White 25. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. That's what I do. Wide. Get wide.
They run. This is Lewis. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready? Blue ready. Green, triple team. Three buck. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go. Mike 54. Wait.
Throwing on second and long. Winston. He'll get this complete to Batson. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20, 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Flushed out right. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. A good pickup there at 22.
Sometimes it's design, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Here's Cousins. Flush to his right. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At their 48-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, Steve. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Henry running right. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Shoot! Watch the shoot!
On the handoff, here's Lewis running right. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down now, it's Lewis. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Line 55. Oh, you got deep?
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole, because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action. Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Cousins on first down. It's caught. Smith. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They'll run with Cook. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on now, let's go.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Right there.
From the gun, Winston. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Jameis to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Titans.
Winston now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Winston. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
12 yards there, first down Vikings. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, Delta. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
From the gun, here's Cousins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Ready? 125. 54. Bring it.
Winston now to throw on first down. Uncorks one for Davis. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Push him back. Push him back. Let's go.
Now they'll run with Lewis. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Now, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
First. All right, now
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. Cook following the penalty. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Mike 4. Hey, watch the slant.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got it at the 15. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
We got 3.
Now Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A first throw for the backup Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
First down and goal to go.
Set, cut. Hey, hold on. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Jackson will keep it. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Tyree Jackson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
This will be taken short. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Green, triple team.
Throwing, Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. To throw is Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 46 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. Completes it to Davis. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Tennessee.
Let's go.
On first down, Henry. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From just shy of midfield, Winston. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Winston. And a throw right sideline is complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. Jameis now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready?
From the 22, Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 3rd down, Winston. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Winston on 4th down. And it is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Cook running right. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Jackson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Cousins now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it.
And look at this. It's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Now this one complete to Corey Davis. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
I got you. I got you. Let's go.
Jameis now on 1st down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. On 2nd down, Winston again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
55, my God, 55. You remember me?
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Titans 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Winston. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Easy. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Mike spot forward. Let's go.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Yellow. Single.
Throwing here, Cousins. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Yellow. Hey, echo. Not today.
3rd and long for Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And they won't run a play here, no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Mike, 4. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away.
Let's go, baby.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Right there. Right there. 54 miles. Hey, 5-0.
Now Winston. Got a man. It's Brown. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Mike's 5-4. Easy. Mike's 5-4. I got us, boss. I got you, son. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Check.
One last shot now for Winston. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.